So what happens when you take a game like Shapes and decide that it's not complicated enough? Well, you're gonna get Modulus, and Modulus is a game that I've been looking forward to for a pretty long time now. So of course when the developers reach out with a key, how could I say no? The core concept of the game is that we are on top of these pillars over here, and down here somewhere is the colony. Excuse me, are you guys the colony? And our job is basically to provide whatever is requested. We're gonna start things off with the basic core facility, because we need those to make bots. Now this place over here needs modules. This over here is polyrock. For all intents and purposes, these are your ore veins in this game. You can place miners on top of them, and you can even take conveyor belts through them. Now if I just unpause the game over here, yep, beautiful polyrock. Let's place down a furnace now, which is gonna convert these polyrocks over here into these cubes. And now we basically need to design a factory that converts these cubes into both of these modules over here. What I'm gonna do is place down a cutter over here, and then if we go inside the cutter, we can basically select a cutting size to cut these cubes up. 2 units should do the trick right now. And yeah, since we're splitting them into 2, it's gonna double the throughput over here. But I'm not done yet, because I want to split these up into 2 different belts right now and place 2 more cutters over here. This time around though, before we cut them, I want to rotate these over. Oh, and I should have just copied this building over instead, so I don't have to, do the settings all over again. And now what I should have is a conveyor belt with a throughput of 60 per minute, because both of these are combining, of these tall thingies. Sounds good, right? Actually, let's not combine them. Yeah, because I want to split these, and thankfully you can mirror stuff. So we're gonna combine these inside of these assemblers over here, just like that. This first assembler over here is going to make this shape for us. So we can just place this, rotate it however we want, but in this case, we simply want to place the other one on top, and we're gonna call it a day. Let's just feed that over there while we work on the next module. And boy, oh boy, is this gonna be a problem. So much so that I just want to place another copy of that old assembler and leave this entire assembly line to make these tall ones instead. Because what we can do is just select all of this area and copy it once over. And now all we need to do is just place some more miners and connect these to the furnace. And we should basically have these same units at the end over here. Oh, okay, so why on earth did I do this again? Well, I just want to place another assembler over here. And if I combine these together, yeah, that's just half of this. So let's copy this over once more. Oh, wait a second. Let's mirror this before we copy it over. Because yeah, we don't really need to place belts between these buildings. Now, if we go into this assembler, we should be able to combine these 2 together, and that's gonna be our next module. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Send this over to the crane as well. Now, of course, we only have 1 assembler making this module, while there's 2 assemblers making this one. But hey, that's exactly what we need. Because if you come over here and take a look, yeah, we need twice as many of the tall ones compared to the smaller ones. And now it's time for my favorite bit. You see, as soon as I'm done with a build, I like to make it as compact as possible. Here we go. And what this means is I can get rid of all of these and simply place this over here. Yeah, let's do the same thing over here. The setup is exactly the same up until this point. And then of course, we need these assemblers over here, and we can call it a day. Oh, I kind of messed up. Well, there's nothing to worry about, because you can just Control Z and then Control Y to redo as much as you want. Talk about quality of life, man. Okay, that's it for the introductions. Let's actually play this game now. Okay, so these buildings basically need to be harvested with drones, because they provide the resources at the top basically. For example, this harvester pad over here, we can link it to this building, and now these harvesters will go back and forth, providing us with the basic cores on these belts over here. Also, once the building is done, yeah, you kind of need to keep providing these resources permanently. Thankfully, it's in the same ratio as well. But basically, by providing both of these modules, this building is able to make the basic cores over here. Next up, we need to make bots, and that I'm gonna do back here. Now the bots need different modules, but they're actually the same if you just take a look at them. Because all we need to do is change this one's color to black, And if we split these ones down the middle, yeah, that's basically this module. And hey, that will fix the ratio problems as well, because splitting these up will double the throughput. So they're basically going to be the same throughput all over again. So are you telling me that I can just copy both of these, place them over here, and then all I need to do is provide them with the minerals? Just like that? That's going to be it, right? Except if we just come over here at the end, what we're going to need over here is a monotoner, which can basically swap black and white, and there we go. That's our next module. Let's just bring that over here while we figure out what to do with this one. Well, we don't really need to figure out anything. Just place down a cutter over here, just rotate this and cut it up. And that's the fourth module done. Let's just make our cranes over here and bring these modules up as well. Can we make more cranes and increase the rate at which this process is happening? Let's find out. Okay, it looks like we can. Sadly, we would need twice as many cranes for these tall blocks, but we haven't really unlocked more cranes right now. Alright, so we have just let the game run for a few minutes, and okay, this place needs the cores over here. Well, that's not really a problem. We can just make a crane, pick that up from this place, and that means you're going to be able to make bots for us. Interesting, so you're going to need the cores as well as these modules. Thankfully, once more in the same amount, so a single crane for everything is going to be good enough. However, whenever you make the bots over here, yeah, we're going to need to make a harvester pad. This one I'm actually going to place over here, and you can go link with that bot facility. And finally, you are going to be providing the bots to us. They are kind of cute if I'm being honest. And we're going to send these bots down into this hole. Huh, very interesting. Yeah, very interesting. Okay, what else do you guys need? You need data shards. And let's do this stuff back here, shall we? Now, the basic processing plant over here is slightly more complex. So we're just going to pin both of these over here and take a look at them while we actually compare them to our existing stuff over here. Okay, this one is actually just two of these. Wait, and the second one over here is... this one's split into two and basically angled differently, combined with a half of this. Huh. Wait. We can use this setup again. People. And we are going to. Okay, I've just copied this and destroyed the monotoner over here. So that means that I should start getting... Yep, there we go. Okay, let's make this first one over here, and it's going to be incredibly simple. We just need a single monotoner, and then what we can do is place an assembler to combine these together and bring them over here. We're going to take them in with a crane, and yeah, assembling these is going to be super easy as well. There you go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Next up, we have the second module to work with. And yeah, I was kind of creating really complicated plans in my brain. But honestly, let's try and keep it stupid simple. And what we're going to do is take this into a cutter. And that's going to basically cut this into two tall pieces. Then we're going to split it, make one of them black. Yeah, and that's going to be half of this done over here. Lovely. Let's move the camera angles over here so we can work with the second one, because we are going to... oh yeah, we're going to cut this again. Yeah, and this time around, we're going to cut you up once more like this. Then we're going to split you so we have two. So we have two lines over here. We're going to make one of these black, just like that. And now we basically need two assemblers to combine these together. So first we combine both of these together, and then we add this one. So this is going to be the first assembler. And what you're going to do is you're going to rotate this one so that it's standing up straight and put the white one alongside it. Oh yeah, and we're going to bring in the flat piece over here. We're going to place another assembler, and that one is just going to combine both of these together. And that should be the second module done. Stuff is a lot simpler when you take it one step at a time. Okay, so this building is going to be making... What are you going to be making for us? You're going to be making great processors. But we can't really send processors because these guys need data shards. Well, the data shards are made in data centers. And the data centers don't really need anything else apart from the processors, so that is really good. Except we're still going to need another harvester pad. Yeah, and then you can just output your processing units directly into this data center. And then the data center can just send the data shards downstairs. Yeah, this is looking way too organized for one of my factories, okay? What's going on over here? Oh crap, completely forgot about this. Yeah, we're gonna need basic cores. Yeah, you can just split up that one line over here and bring it, say, back here, please. We're gonna add a crane for that. Yeah, and what we need to do now is basically make twice the amount of basic cores than we were already making because we're sending half of them over here. Hey, it's time to copy paste again. Thankfully, building stuff is actually free in this game, so that means you can just build and destroy stuff to your heart's desire. Or, you can just optimize stuff to your heart's desire. Alright, so what I've done over here is make a copy of this side of the stuff. And what that's gonna let me do is split this over here. So you are gonna go into this belt now, and you are gonna go into this one. And it would be nice if we can just destroy all of these and place them once more. Just in case there's the wrong item on the belt. And now what I'm gonna do is just destroy this part, and we're just gonna copy this thing because it's much more compact now. Oh yeah, beautiful. Hey, the tunnels get placed automatically as well. Perfect. So now we can send the modules from both of these assembly lines into this basic core facility. And I believe you should have 2 harvester drones. Perfect. So you can pick up stuff from both of these then. And it looks like we actually made some gray data shards. So that brings us to the tech tree. And the tech tree is very, very tech tree over here. Yeah, it's kind of insane. So let's just unlock the second floor over here. Basically, if you just click over here and click the upgrade button, we're gonna start building a second floor on top of the existing one. It's gonna use the same modules all over again, but it's gonna be able to increase the output of the building. Yeah, hopefully that means we can get more data shards when this is done, because upgrading this stuff costs data shards as well. There we go, that's the second floor done over here. And instead of making 2 basic cores, this place now makes 3. I believe for the same amount of modules as well, so 4 and 8 will make 3. Oh, that is insane. That's just a straight up productivity bonus. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna upgrade this second one as well. It does take a while, but holy moly, it's OP. Okay, and what is the situation over here? What seems to be the bottleneck? Oh, it's the basic cores. Of course, it's the basic cores. Hey, once this upgrade is done, hopefully that'll fix it. Now you may have noticed that we were leveling up all this time. Every level grants you expansion permits. And that's basically your ability to click over here and say, I want this island. So let's actually get it then. This has oil and blue hexacrystals. Interesting. So how on earth do we use this? Let us unlock the basic refinery for the blue pigment. And let's say we place this over here. And now all of a sudden, we need a lot of modules. Who would have guessed? But hey, all of these are really, really familiar, okay? Hello, darkness, my old friend. There we go. And now all we need to do is basically connect some miners over here. Holy moly, the bully rock over here was perfect for this setup. Okay, what do we do now? Okay, this one is incredibly easy, so let's just get this over with. We are gonna color this black, then split it down the middle, and then bring it back over here. But wait a second, before we bring it back, can I split it again and put it in an assembler actually? And the assembler is just gonna put them on top of each other. Sounds good, right? Alright, that's the first module done. Next up we have this thing. Okay, this one is actually just as simple. We're just gonna turn it black, and then we can send it into a cutter. Come on. Perfect. And now we need to split it up. Why do we need to split it up? Well, because we need to combine it a bunch of different times. Well, not a bunch of different times, just twice actually. This one can just go straight up. So the first time over here, what we're gonna do is just rotate this and add this over here. And can we just... Oh, wait a second. Yeah, I want it to actually look like the image. And then the second time around... Yeah, and then the second time around, we're just gonna place this on top of it. Perfect. That's the second one done. Okay, the third one over here is even simpler. We're just gonna split this into 2, color half of it, and put it into an assembler. And now all we need to do is just combine them together. Easy peasy. Wait, did we just do all 3? Yes, we did. Now this is good and all, but now I have this place over here that's basically, not being used for anything. I'm gonna keep this around just in case we use it. Okay, the blue pigment facility over here needs blue hexacrystals. So let's also arrange those. How on earth do we mine these hexacrystals? Because I'm pretty sure we can't place miners on top of them. Let's take a look at the tech tree and... that's the third floor. No, we don't need that. Oh, extractors. Yeah, that sounds good. So let's place an extractor. And I wonder, am I able to build an underground connection over here? It looks like I can. So that's good. And then let's get you these crystals. Okay, it seems like I need twice the amount of these tall ones. So what I'm going to do is just come up here. We're going to delete this bottom one. And we are going to copy this top one all over again and place that back here. Now we can afford some spaghetti because of how organized everything has been so far. So we're just going to combine this with that original belt over here. Alright, so now you have blue pigment. The blue pigment, once more, we need to harvest with drones. And that's going to be this thing over here. So next up we need to provide a droid, but before we can do that, we need to come all the way down here and unlock the essential paint systems. And we do have enough shards to unlock the droid core facility as well. So let's do that. Okay, so first off, we need to make the blue paint. And that's going to need this pigment. But it seems like that's also going to need the oil. How on earth do we extract you? It's gonna be another science, isn't it? There we go. That's the oil rig. You are just gonna come back here and feed into this dye mixer, please. And the reason for that is, yep, I knew it. For this next droid facility, we need blue stuff. All right then. Okay, I just want to make sure that we can actually paint stuff in an easy way. So what I'm going to do is build 4 miners. And then I'm going to build 4 more because I can never decide what I want. Yeah, and then we can just furnace this up. And right after we furnace this, how about we combine these together? So for example, can I have this please? Yeah, okay. Combine these together. That's going to be a really tall block, right? Yeah. Let's put this in a painter. So that's going to be the tall blocks over there. And this is going to be the paint. And is a blue thingy-majiggy going to come out? Oh yeah. It's going to use 1 paint for each, right? Yup. All right. Sounds good. Wait a second. Okay. Let's split this up. So what I want to do over here is let's just cut this up into 2. Perfect. Then we are going to combine these 2 together when they pop up over here. And then we're going to cut this up again. And that's going to give me this really tall surface, right? Okay, that's good. Okay, and if I just come over here and split this into 4, but I do it like this, or even like this. I mean, it doesn't really matter. They're all the same. Oh, nice. Oh, that's really nice. And then over here, what I do is this thing. I'm gonna cut this into 2 and then rotate this and then cut this into 2 again. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a lot of these tall ones. So the tall ones were really easy to make. And then the flat ones are also going to be easy to make. Yeah, because we can place another cutter over here right in front of this one. We can rotate this, flatten it, and then cut it into 2. Perfect. And now all we need to do is just combine them in an assembler. The fact that you can just rotate these however you want in here solves so many issues. Oh my god. It doesn't just solve so many issues, it just opens up virtually infinite possibilities in the way you could assemble this. Like, no 2 people are going to be playing this game the same way. Holy crap. This, however, is completely insane. Alright. So that's going to be these cubes over here. But wait, I don't want these guys to actually cross this area. Or this area, actually. What's the rate at which you're making this? 15 per minute, right? That is amazing. That is exactly what I want from you. Because I want you to split this, yeah, into 4. And this side as well, please. Oh, yeah. And if I just make sure, there's 8 missing over here and there's 8 missing over here. Yeah, we can just turn all of this black. All right, that's good. Now what? Do we do this like smart people or do we do this in the most crazy way possible? Okay, let's try to be at least a little bit smart with this. Okay, this side over here, what I'm gonna do, put it on its side and then cut it into 2. That's gonna be this section and this section. This one over here, I'm gonna put it on its side and just cut it into 4. That's going to be this and this, but we have way too many, so we don't really care. And now we basically need 2 belts for each of those. So that's 1 and that's 2. That means we have 4. All right, that's going to be the first assembler. That's going to be the second assembler. And then we need another assembler over here. This goes over there. And this will go over here. And okay, and this one can output. Wait a second. This one can output over here. So this assembler can actually move down here actually. All right, let's go. This first one is going to combine both of these over here. Beautiful. The second one is going to combine these once more like that. The third one is going to finally close this up. Perfect. We have the first bit. Let's do this one more cleanly, maybe. I'm not sure yet. I mean, I technically didn't do that in a fully unhinged manner either. I wanted to split it all into these 4s. Yeah, but yeah, I ended up using these ones. We're going to do this one in the crazy way. All right, this goes here, this goes there. But what we're going to do is we are going to place an assembler in its path. Yeah, this is the only time when we're going to be using this one over here. Once more, split it up. You come over here, add another bit. Wait, can I just keep doing this? I can't keep getting away with this. There we go. And then in the end, over here, here we go. Perfect. And now we just need one final assembler to combine these together and send them over here. Holy moly, is this inefficient. Also, it could have been more compact. Do we care? No, we don't. Rotate this. Place this one on top. Perfect. Oh, this needs 240 per minute of gray data shards. How many are we making per minute right now? So you need 2 to make 1. And we have 15 per minute of this. So we have 7.5 per minute right now. So we need this times 20. Interesting. This has been Modulus, and Modulus is actually releasing today. There's going to be a link down below to take you to the Steam store page. And honestly, just the fact that no 2 players are ever gonna have the same way to solve a problem over here is what makes this game worth it, because 2 of your own playthroughs are going to be completely different as well.